up to the live stream. And now start. Gotta wait until it shows up. Hasn't shown up yet. Takes a little bit, but not too long. Okay, here it is. Okay, so it's live. And this time, sorry, I had to mute it, so you might have heard me twice for a second. But hopefully it's better now. Another thing is, I'm gonna try keeping it live as much as possible, because I think that might have been why it kicked off the last time. But I figured out a way to nestle them together. It still may look a little bad, but I think it should look a lot better. And now you don't have to like go through like one stream and then go to the next stream. Like, it's all in one video now, which I still think is quite an improvement. But yeah, let me get that Bible verse for you all in case anyone wants to get a look at it before I go over it. So here it is real quick. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna do a vote. I think I'm just gonna go with the Tower of Fantasy, because I feel bad that like that one person voted on Tower of Fantasy and I wasn't able to play it because it was too far from, like, it would have like been like late into the day and I didn't want to do that to him. So I thought like I'll just do Pox a game I decide by RNG instead. That was a lot easy. That had a lot less download to it. And it was a lot different than I thought too. But yeah, Tower of Fantasy, hopefully that's a really good game. That'll be on Wednesday for Twitch, and now that I figured out how to export to YouTube too, it should be a lot easier for you guys to just watch it as well, which is quite fun. Okay, good. I still have it on live. Okay. Hopefully the syncing isn't off. But I don't think it's been off. I think it's been pretty good. Hopefully it doesn't change anything if I'm actually in it. I don't think it really does, though. But yeah, there are a few things I want to do to prepare myself for the solo mode before I get into it. But trust me, it's all related to solo mode. Especially if I get the cards I actually want. Yeah, first of all, 200 gems. It looks like I got all the UR tickets, which I wanted. So if I get a few more royal finishes of UR cards, I could like bling out my decks a little bit more, which is quite fun. So I could have probably just no, I couldn't have, because I wasn't getting the packs this time. But here we go. Yeah, see, I saved all my pack tickets so I could open them all at once. And hopefully I get a few good ones here. Oh, and I noticed that like like that one person who was playing Dark Magician is saying like everybody thinks that Muhammad guy or whatever, the Palladium guy, the one that like can special himself when you actually draw him, like people think, oh, he's really good, especially with the Soul Servant, but actually he's kind of a bait. He's kind of a bait card, which might have been the reason why Konami didn't actually include him in that one structure deck. Maybe they knew ahead of time that he was just a bait card, and so they decided, let's not put him in. Yeah, so he's just a bait, like, because, like, there's better cards you could be putting on top of your deck than, like, him, just so you can, like, draw him, and then, like, special summon him. Like, there's so many better things you could be doing with Dark Magician. I'm not exactly sure what all the reasons were, but if I happen to get him, though, of course I'm gonna play him. Just because if I get him Royal Finish, I'm gonna play him in solo mode, since even though he's a bait, I'm not actually playing in ranks, so it doesn't really matter too much whether he is or not. But I'm just saying it for you guys who are, like, playing him. Hopefully I pull him and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, Dewdark was pretty fun. I think I already got Dewdark, but yeah, like, for those of you who didn't hear the first time, I used to play Dewdark with, like, a Paleozoic deck in Duel Links. when I was still playing that game. I still don't like that it's only available for like Windows PC specifically, along with like tablets and like phone, which like you kind of need good ones in order to get those to work. So yeah, I got out of it, but I was still playing it. Like I used to play like him with the Paleozoics, and like play that one that made like all of my level 2 guys plus 1200 attack, which was pretty fun. And now he could attack directly with 2400 attack, which is pretty good, especially with the lowered life points of Duel Links. But it's just like there were a lot of better decks, of course, but it was still pretty fun. Like especially when I could attack directly with so much attack. And I definitely would be able to, since all I'm playing is the Paleozoics, which also are level 2 or lower, technically. Yeah, so that was pretty fun. So I didn't get any rare, but the biggest allure of doing this is for the UR anyway. Let's see, I'm not looking for anything from this specific pack. I don't even know. Which one even is this? Silent Monarch isn't bad. Okay, that's not a bad one. I'm probably not going to play it very much because I'm not really running a level 4 deck. But if I ever am for the solo mode, this is just a generic rank 4, which could come in handy. So, maybe I can play it. Maybe I can slot into one of my Tenyi decks if I have enough level 4s. Just because I got a royal finish of it. I'm sure I could find room if I'm playing level 4s. So yeah, it's only one chance at the pack every time. So if you don't get what you're looking for a specific pack, well, you aren't gonna be able to really get a royal finish. Unless you get lucky somehow else. And it looks like you won't even be able to access all the packs. Ooh, this isn't a bad one either. This one could at least get me the Blacklisted Soldier link, which is not terrible. It's just not one that I'm really looking to really play all that much. Oh, I think this is a Chaos one. So like, maybe I can get the Chaos Angel from this, which would be cool. Chaos Angel, I could definitely maybe see myself playing occasionally. I didn't get either one. I just got Ritual Blacklisted Soldier, which is definitely a lot harder to include in just any deck. Oh well. Yeah, see, I could have gotten so much better stuff like that Chaos Angel, the Blacklisted Soldier, but oh well. Maybe he'll come in handy at some point. This one I'll go with. Unless anyone wants to pick which one I open for this last one. I'll give you all until 10 minutes. Or actually I'll give a few seconds if anyone wants to say which one I should open now. Otherwise at 9 minutes I'll go ahead and just choose this one. Hey, New Blitz, you want to pick one of which pack I open? Here, we can label this 1, 3. No, do you want to choose one? 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9? Do you want to pick a number? Or we could just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can pick a number 1 through 7. You want to pick a number 1 through 7, New Blitz? No. Do you want to pick a number 1 through 7? I'll give you a few seconds. Six? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one, so for 6, are you talking about this one or this one? I'll just say it's this one. Oh, this one? Yeah, okay. So we got the Ignis secret pack. Haven't been getting lucky with the regular pulls. Been getting a lot of rares and normals here. Got another Gravitino. Would have been nice if that one would have been a holo or something. Despian. Pretty cool artwork though. Probably one of the cool artwork of Despians in my opinion. Despia has some pretty cool artwork though in general. I kind of like the different artworks that that Eye has. And like the little puns as well. It's I, it's pronounced I, not AI. Otherwise, like, the pun doesn't really work as well. So sometimes Konami just does it to make it work. Like, even if that's not exactly how it should be pronounced. Like, it should be pronounced AI, but they still make it work. So I got the Adignister, which... It's generic in Mateos, but it basically requires you to play Adignisters. Although I guess you could play it in any Cybers technically for the graveyard recursion, but it's better in an Adignister deck. It's not bad in an Adignister deck since it can special summon a bunch of potential Adignister targets out from the graveyard. If a monster is special summoned to a zone this card points to. So does this... You can only use each effect. Yeah, because otherwise the whole graveyard special summoning would just trigger it again. So that makes sense. But having it be as many as possible is still really good. Okay, well I didn't get the Blue Eyes or the Dark Magician secret packs, and I didn't really get very many good cards, but I think that Silent Monarch was at least decent, since it's at least a generic rank 4. I better buy the Duel Pass Gold too real quick. Yeah, you get that cool Snake Eyes wallpaper again. Some of the Snake Eyes cards are fairly generic as well. Like there's the one Snake Eyes spell card that moves opponent's monster to the back row, which could be a decent budget option if you just got into the game. That's pretty cool too. I think that's a mate. Oh, that's not a bad mate, just like a sword. That could fit into quite a few decks, actually. I can definitely see it. Maybe if you're having like a whole Chivalry themed deck, or even just a Warrior themed deck. Anything like with like humanoid kind of characters, it could work with that. So yeah, I can work with quite a few decks. Like sometimes it's the more simplistic mates that like that are pretty cool because they can work with a lot of decks. Just because it's part of a specific archetype doesn't mean it's just gonna fit within that specific archetype, that mate. Looks like I have 3. What's this time thing? Oh, special tickets? Oh yeah, that's right. I got 3 super. Oh yeah, I'll talk about that later, how I went about doing that. But first, I'm gonna get into the solo mode. So I don't think I really got anything. I might try to find a way to put in the Silent Monarch though. Let's see if I have enough level 4s to justify it. Here, I'll start with this one. Yeah, I'll start with the Tenyi Metaphys one. Let's see. do technically have a few level 4s in this one. So I could probably put in this. Yeah, I'll go ahead. I don't think I really need all 3 monks. I'll go ahead and put in the Silent Monarch because it's one of the new royal finishes that I got. And I have a few level 4s, so I might be able to go into it. I'm gonna try. So yeah, this first deck I'm gonna talk about a little bit. It's another Grasshook screener, but it's slightly different than my strategy for the for that last one I played, the Paleozoic one. Instead of like trying to like just simply mill them to the graveyard, which I mean it could still like serve some purpose if I also get the snow into the graveyard. What I'm really looking for though is if I can combine Grasshook Screener with Dimensional Fisher or Macrocosmos. And I did test it, so trust me, it does work. But I decided to max out on the Dimensional Fisher and Macrocosmos because if I get both the Grasshook Screener and the or even Dimension Shifter would work for this in this case. If I get Grasshook Screener and then one of those really, Fisher, Macro, or Shifter, then what can happen then is that I get to banish hopefully a whole bunch of my Metaphys guys that can do stuff while in the banish zone, and maybe even a Necrophase or two to get even more banishing. That would be so fun. Dayless can ban stuff. They all take a little bit to get their effects off, but like, I mean, like the delay should be fine for solo mode. I don't know like if people like it as much in ranked because people want stuff happening right away instead of having to wait for it. But yeah, it's kind of like Fire Kings in sort of a way where there's a little bit of that delay. But yeah, anyway, Dayless can banish other Metaphys cards. It's nice that can be, so it's not just monsters that have effects when they're banished, it's also these guys. So like, if I have like Macro, I could even potentially banish Ascension to get another search. Dimension I don't think has an effect while it's banished. Yeah, but this can also banish things too. But yeah, anyway, Nephthys can add. What's really nice is when you pair like Tyrant with Nephthys, and then you get the search first, and then with the Tyrant, it doesn't even matter if you had one in hand before the search. You can still special summon it off. Like, there might be people saying you can't, but like, it's official Konami knowledge that like you can pull it off. But like, some judges might say, oh, you can't do that. But like, the opponent's not supposed to know what's in your hand anyway, so they would have no idea if you already had a target for Tyrant before activating it. So this kind of bypasses that whole like, oh, you can't activate an effect unless you have a target, since it's coming from somewhere where your opponent doesn't really have knowledge of, or not supposed to really. You should be able to still do it. So yeah, Nephthys adds something, Tyrant just either special summons one of the other Metaphys, or special summons whatever you added off the Nephthys. The only downside is you can't add Nephthys with Nephthys, but I mean, I don't know if you really need that whole back row banish all the time. Generally, mass front row wipe is much better, especially when it banishes the monster, so it bypasses like a lot of graveyard based effect decks. Yeah, so anyway, grass looks, yeah, so hopefully I get a lot of banishes with that. Well, I'm kind of thinking if I can get that dream combo up, it's basically an auto win. Maybe even in ranked duel, but like they might be able to like stop that with like an ash and something. But at least here, like the grass looks green and shouldn't be stopped if I happen to get it. Gonna be kind of difficult, but if I do, it's gonna be so cool. And then Lufla Pine is there for banishing stuff as well. The nice thing is, Tenyis are also worms alongside Metaphys also being worms. So if I have to banish a Tenyi for a Lufla Pine in order to banish a Metaphys from my deck, so be it. I'll just banish one of the less important Tenyis if I can. I'm more focused, I think, on just getting the Metaphys banished however I can. They don't serve as much of a purpose, the Tenyis, when they're just straight up banished, but oh well. I still think it's cool that like they're both worms, and the Vessel is also cool because this can just straight up banish a Metaphys from the deck. Trust me, I tried it, it does work. So this will. And also if I had Foolish, it would also have been able to like banish a Metaphys from the deck as well if I had that with the Dimensional Fisher. I just had to make sure it works because that's kind of a weird ruling whether it works or not, but it does work, it should work. Heavenly Drying Circle. Yeah, this can, yeah, and then like some of the just general Tenyi support can also support the Metaphys since it's just worms in general. So this is kind of different from what I wanted to do instead of doing Sword Soul Metaphys, which could probably do. That would have to be probably outside of Stellar Mode though, since it's not a Sword Soul Gate. Or maybe we just wait for a Sword Soul Gate, but either way. I mean, I could always maybe try in the festival a little bit. Sword Soul Metaphys. I'll talk about why I can't do that now in a second. But yeah, of course, Blackout is one of the better Sword Soul cards that can actually work with Tenyis as well, since it just worms simply. Not really the banish effect all that important, but it might be pretty good. It gives a level 4 tuner, at least if it happens to get banished. And there are ways to get banished. There's a dimension for banishing even more, banishing their opponent's stuff, alongside Daedalus and Nephthys also being able to banish opponent's stuff. And then Necroface is also good, not just for the banish effect, but also for the normal summon effect. Shuffling a bunch of my Tenyis that have gone banished, either by their own effects or just because my deck can do that. This can also potentially get me a Synchro Summon as well. And then the Synchro list here. Draco Berserker can kind of also fits, goes with the whole banishing theme, although I'm not really trying as much to banish my opponent's stuff, just so happens. I don't really gain as much advantage off of banishing my opponent's stuff. It's not like they have bonus effects whenever opponent's stuff banished. But it's still nice now my opponent also gets the banish as well as me. And then this also has a multi-attack which can come in handy. And something I think I learned is that because I think it's happening during the damage calculation or something. An opposing Draco Berserker wouldn't be able to banish this if you activate the effect to make it gain a little bit of attack. Pretty nice. Bone de Fleur, negation, also destruction. Works really well too if there's like a Fisher or a Macro and then can banish your stuff. Destroy and banish, which is much better. And then Cheng Ying is just really awesome. Like, he works really well with the whole Metaphys vibe, since now I have attacking from banishing so much. And also now I do have a little bit of support for when my opponent's stuff gets banished also. Saturn Monarch. Just pretty much have it because it's royal finish, but though it is pretty good being able to like take a monster as material, so it avoids the graveyard in case I don't have the Fisher or the Macrocosmos or the shifter effect is gone. And then Monk is there to give me a way to go into normal, since the Metaphys aren't normal, so they're not really going to help out my Tenyi game plan, but the Monk still will. Which is also why I had the Berserker. It's just a bigger version of Monk, basically. Shaman for special summoning the Tenyis. May not work as well if I happen to have Macro or Dimensional Fish out and I don't have any monsters engraved, but that's why I don't need to go into it if I have that. IP can still work under those though, so it's still good. Nightmare Unicorn can also work under those. And if I happen to have Dimensional Fisher up or Macrocosmos up while I put out Nightmare Unicorn, I could have I have a way to be able to banish a Metaphys from my hand now. So I also gain advantage off of the discard. Not a lot of decks that maybe gain a whole bunch of advantage off the discard, but this potentially can. Also, it works very well with Tenyis, since they can also work well in the graveyard if I don't have the banishing spells or traps up yet. And then Draco can potentially destroy stuff. May not have a ton of, but at least I have the links that can be non-effects. So I'll still be able to destroy a few things. Sahasrara, where I pronounce it. Oh, I guess there's also this, which can give me a normal a non-effect monster as well if it gets banished. So there's also that, though it won't really help alongside this unless they're on the field. But if they're on the field, I can't go into links, so I don't really see that happening unless I already happen to have it and then I create the token. Yeah, but this can also create a non-effect token as well that can potentially get higher attack. So he just fuels his other effect, not being able to be attacked or something. Access code. I guess it also kind of helps fuel the whole banishing as well, since this can also banish stuff. But it's can be used as a finisher. And then Underworld, this is especially nice if I have the Fisher up. Because now whatever opponent monster uses material on my opponent's side can just be banished. I mean, the whole graveyard effect thing may not matter as much if everything's getting banished anyway, but at least I get to banish. I have a way to tribute and banish something, and even if not, it's still really good. So, there's that deck. Oh, you know what? I forgot to say, I'm gonna go back. Oh, I need to put this on live anyway. Yeah, but I still gotta go back to see when I started the Tenyi. Should I say when I did the packs? I guess I could. So, I did the packs at 3:30, I'm gonna say. So 0. So yeah, I'll just do it like this. So 3:30. Basically, I did the 2nd anniversary special UR pack. Anniversary special UR pack 3 times opening. I'm gonna try not to keep it not live for long, just in case it makes it difference. Okay, and then when did I begin the solo mode? Hold on. I'm gonna say it was 15 minutes. I'm gonna say 15 minutes. So 0, 0, 15. So I'm gonna say Land of Tenyi solo mode. Land of Tenyi. My deck 1. My deck overview 1. Tenyi Metaphys. Or maybe I'll just, yeah, no, I can do this. Tenyi Metaphys. I'll put 60 card in parentheses though. Okay. Of course, at this point, playing a 60 card deck is probably not as good with grass only being at 1. Unless you're also playing 3 left arm offerings, but I only have 1 and I decided not to put it in. I'm just gonna try to get lucky, and if I don't, then oh well, it's solo mode anyway. But maybe I'll get lucky with the grass. But yeah, if you're playing this outside, you can either do the left arm offering, since this deck can actually make use of that too. Maybe just play a few less traps, or make sure you don't have a bunch you're okay with and not being able to set afterwards. Or even before. In order to basically give yourself more copies of the grass. Or just don't play a 6 card Metaphys deck. I mean, it can certainly work without that. Yeah, I think maybe like maybe later on, if I don't have time to, I might just do one on Friday where I show off a Sword Soul Metaphys deck. Maybe I can just make Friday be the day where I show off a few different, like the loner decks alongside the probably like Sword Soul Metaphys. Maybe I can just do regular Sword Soul as well, since I kind of like Sword Soul now. I'll explain a little bit more why later on. But yeah, let's get into this now. Oh yeah, and if you are enjoy my content, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and consider ringing that notification bell if you do subscribe, which is a bonus. It's more to just help you out, so you have more control over which videos get notified of. You can do personalized or all, depending on your preferences. Yeah, and if you want to support me a little bit more, in more of a financial way, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get to 1,000 subscribers anytime soon, but if you still are itching to help me out financially, you can always click on one of those impact links I have. I tried making a video game site work, but unfortunately, I don't think it's showing up properly. Might have to look more into that. Okay, but this isn't bad. This is really good. So I can either do the Ashuna, which I probably should start with the Ashuna. Unless the monk is just any monster. I think the monk is just any monster. Oh, it has to be a Tenyi. Well, I might as well start with the Ashuna. Oh, and also, this also happens if you're the whole banishing a trap. So now I can just get the search right away. This kind of acts as another way to get search. Not bad. I didn't even think about that. People are just for some reason running him just anyway in Tenyi for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why, but works especially well with the Metaphys, since the Ascension gets a search. Yeah, so now I can do the monk. But I do the Tenyi stuff first so that I don't have an effect monster. No, I think the graveyard effect will still work without. I mean, even if I'm an effect though, so. I'll still just do this though. Special summon a Tenyi. Unfortunately, I didn't get the grass combo. Oh well. It would have been kind of difficult anyway. I better go for the shooter, so I have the returning a monster to hand effect. I think the shooter can also kind of work a little well with the S-Force, because that one guy says whenever a monster leaves the field, while there's an S-Force in the same column, it just gets banished. And so this, instead of returning it to hand, it can banish it. It becomes... Oh well, I already showed off the S-Force, though. Something to think about, though. Better do the Shaman. This one doesn't allow me to activate the effects of monster special summon from the X, except Tenyis whenever I activate it. But luckily for Metaphys, I more just care about the ones from my deck. So, that whole effect doesn't really affect me much. So this will allow me to go into the length 3. Discard 1 card. Oh yeah, and also with her, if I happen to have like Dimensional Fish on the field, maybe I could put it down now and then I could just banish a card. But I don't have it, so I'll just go ahead and discard probably the Mare. It's gonna be pretty hard to summon it from my hand anyway. Okay. Ooh, and then lets me special summon Mare. Oh, that's kind of nice, actually. Unfortunately... Oh, wait, no, I do have a Tenyi Synchro. That's right. This does count as a... Ooh, that's not bad. That's why it's used. Nice. And this also creates a... non-effect monster too, so I'll still be able to... Oh, it puts it down to 6? I can just special... Oh, wow, I can just do it multiple times. That's crazy. I better just return one of these to hand. I think, this one, I guess? Wow, I can just do this multiple times. That's crazy. Oh, and I can still create one of these. Oh, man. And then I can... Oh, that just fuels this one. Oh, I wasn't even thinking. That's why it's used. Oh, that is so cool. Just fuels it. Because I can also just use the token. Or I could just use the Luflapine as material. I think I'll do that. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do the Luflapine now. So now I can activate that. Banish the Tyrant. Probably banish a Nephthys. So I have that little combo right there. Fortunately, I'm probably going to be winning before I can show it off. Ooh, I can go into the Sorcerer. Wait, I thought I wasn't allowed to special summon. Oh, I just can't activate the effects. Oh, I see. But that's not an activated effect, so it's still at least getting the stats. Which is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and go into the Draco Masters, though. Yep. Now I can just destroy the last monster. Or what? You control or... If you control no other fact monsters. Oh. Well, I should still be able to bypass that. I just gotta use the man for something. Yeah, I guess I just gotta use the man. Oh, I have to use a Tenyi. Wow. 2 plus 1s. Ooh. I mean, sauce. I mean, technically I can do that. Yeah, I don't know, though. Yeah, it doesn't look like... But it has 0 attack anyway, so... I mean, it really doesn't matter. Technically has more attack. I'm just gonna go for battle. Do I need that extra attack? Probably do. Right? That stings. It's just gonna create a 0 attack token. Oh man, that is really bad. Oh well, I can convert the 3 tokens. Oh wait, no, it has to include a link. How does this work? 2 plus 1s. At least I can convert 21, 24. That's gonna be the exact same attack though. Okay, just... I don't know if there's a game or not. I don't think it is. Oh well, at least now you'll be able to see what I'm talking about with the whole Metaphys thing. Might as well convert them now. I guess I'll use the... So now I can do Berserker. Oh wait, it has to include a link. Never mind. I don't think there's really much I can do. Man. Okay, yeah. So first I'm doing the Metaphys to add. I should be able to get off the other one now. I'll go for the Ragnarok. Or I can go for the Tyrant, but I think I'd rather go for the Ragnarok for extra banishing. So now, see, I can activate this now. So it does work. Because you can activate them in... No, why that is because you can activate them in, like, multiple chain links. So, you can either chain them together, I think, if you have the right targets. Or... you can just, like, activate them, like, one after another. Looks like I banished one Metaphys. That's not bad. The decoy just comes back during the next standby. Now I don't have a Metaphys card, though, unfortunately, for this effect. A mystery shell. Oh, well. Oh yeah, and also Ragnarok happens to be a tuner as well, which is kind of nice. Gives me more synchro summoning material. Might as well banish a trap here. So now I can just banish this, which will also just... Or honestly, it also works with the blackout. I wasn't even thinking... That's probably why people play the Proofiness, because it can trigger the blackout. But it can also happen and trigger the Ascension. But unfortunately, that means I can't trigger the discard one. But I could do the Dimension. I think I will add Dimension. So now... Ooh, Brone. That's nice. Or this one. If I have a way to banish... That's almost a better one. I don't know if I have a way to banish, though. do have access code, so I do have a way to banish. Could also do Brone though. I kind of like Sword Soul though. Cool. Oh yeah, and the raising attack kind of helps with the sync summoning. Nice. Still just create tokens, which will help fuel the access code. I mean, give me... Yeah, I'm gonna go with the access code just so I can... But then I wouldn't be able to do the banishing. So I might as well just go for Unicorn. I need an extra token for that. Pretty nice. Yeah, I might as well get another token. So what I need to basically do first is go into IP so I can like have it. So I don't have to use a Mare. So I'll just use these two. Oh yeah, and like I figured out that like pendulum summoning, because I have like a little thing I need to do for pendulum summoning 3 times in order to get my next like little test thing done for that for that little like reward system. And I actually don't have, and I actually realized that I don't have like Valence isn't as good of a pendulum deck as I thought, because all of the Valence cards are all scale 1, which is really annoying. And I don't have the ones that can just add a pendulums. So now I realize that must be why people play other pendulums alongside the Valence, so they can actually pendulum summon, because all the Valence are like level 1, which stinks. But so you didn't see the whole grass looks green and everything, but yeah. So what I did instead is I'm just using a pendulum structure deck, because I don't want to be bothered to try creating a pendulum deck, because I don't like pendulums. So I'm just gonna try to get it done like that. So here we go. Here's the fun ones. Not that playing that wasn't fun, but these were the ones that was like, oh, you know what? I forgot to change the main. I'm sorry. I will change the main for this one, though. For these two. So I was using Magician Pendulum to get that test assessment, the next one done. And I've gotten 2 so far, so I just need 1 more now. This one works pretty well if you're just trying to get the pendulum summoning done. I mean, just using 1 isn't like the best way to win, but it is like fairly good for doing pendulums. I think they want 3 different instances though, so it's a little bit difficult. Yeah, I'm gonna do the Tenyi Dark Magician first though. So what I did here is I kind of tried replicating Yugi's sort of style of Dark Magician play and Kaiba's style, just like incorporating Tenyi cards as well as like some of the better support that Dark Magician and Blue Eyes has received over the days. So this one's the Dark Magician one, so of course Yugi plays the Slifer, so I decided to put that in as well. And I don't know if I ever really showed these off in decks of my own, so I decided I'm gonna do these. I need to like show them off more. And they even have cool animations too, so they have slightly different animations than some of the other I think Dark Magician and Slifer cards. So there's also that. So yeah, this one. So besides that inclusion, it's a pretty standard Dark Magician deck. Some people like to play 2, but I just wanted to really focus on just like having that royal finish. I would have put in an extra one though if I would have gotten one, which is why I want to open those anniversary packs. but I didn't get it, so I didn't. So this deck pretty much remains unchanged. This one can technically make use of the Anarch as well, but the only problem is I think I'm really tight on deck space. I mean, technically I could get rid of a monk. Fine, I'll get rid of monk so I can put an Anarch. Because I actually didn't show it off. Maybe I should have. I can try showing it off now, though. In this duel. Either this duel or maybe the next one. Depending. Yeah. Yeah, you could probably play 2. I think most people play the 2 or 3 of the monk, though. And these are a few other Dark Magicians you could play or not play. Massive Chaos can work because I do have a few light targets. I mean, even a few of the Tenyis are lights too, so it also kind of works there. So that's kind of a way Tenyi helps out this deck, at least a little bit. Also, the fact that Dark Magician is actually a non-effect monster, so that kind of works with the Tenyis as well. Yeah, of course, a few other good ones. Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. He's the reason I'm playing Imduck, because otherwise I don't really have a dragon, because even the Tenyis don't really count as a dragon. I don't think any of the Tenyis actually create dragons. Just worms, which are technically dragons, but for the purposes of Yu-Gi-Oh, they don't count as dragons. But they are technically dragons. They're like serpent dragons. I think it's from like Japanese culture. But yeah, they're not technically dragons for the purpose of Yu-Gi-Oh though. Anyway, yeah, Dark Magic Attacks, pretty nice as a searchable Harpy's Feather Duster. Kinda already talked a lot about Dark Magician from like, this is one of my more popular decks, I would say. Dark Magician Girl is also in here because like it works with the Dark Magicians. Now I can just summon both of them. You kind of need, I think, yeah, you need both of them in order to be able to activate its effect when it's destroyed. If you don't have both, you won't be able to summon either one. The only downside is she's a little bit of a brick, which is why not everyone likes playing her, but it's up to you. And then, of course, Preparation works pretty well with Illusion. Most decks like to play 3, but I only have 2. 2 is still a pretty good amount, though, I would say. Vessel. Vessel is good. Yeah, this is just simply going to be sending. See, Dark Magicians aren't working as well for the whole worm aspect, but they still work well for the whole Dark Magician being a normal monster guy. And also Tenyi's kind of supporting Massive Chaos a little bit more. So I don't necessarily just have to go into the Onimus. Although it wouldn't be that difficult. Magician Salvation for adding the Eternal. I also just have this one in because it happens to... It works kind of well with the Dark Magician, since at least it fuels Dark Spellcaster, which is what Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician are. And also it's a royal finish, so I want to play it. More protection though. And the Dragon Circle for searching up the Tenyis. Yeah, Soul Servant, pretty good card in general. Oh, it's Palladium Oracle Mahad, what I was thinking of. Yeah, he does fuel an extra draw for Soul Servant, but like overall, like, it can be a brick if like like you draw him off of other effects. Since the downside is the I think he only works if you actually draw him during your draw phase, and so it doesn't work if you draw him off of like a card effect. And then magical circle can be banishing, which is always nice when you can just, instead of just simply destroy, you also banish. Oh, you know what? I forgot to label this duel for Tenyi Metaphys. So I'll just say duel was, let's see, 30 minutes. I'll just say 30 minutes. So 30 minutes. Tenyi Metaphys duel. And then the deck overview start for the next deck was I'm just gonna say 48 minutes. So 48 minutes. Tenyi Dark Magician. Deck overview. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I want to say. Oh yeah, and dark is also good since a lot of the dark magicians are dark. And a few of the Tennies are dark too. Can it search for any of the Tennies though? 1500 less defense? No, unfortunately it doesn't look like it. But it can search for some of the Dark Magician Sport cards. So it's mostly there to search for the Dark Magician Sport cards, but can be gone into with some of the Tennies being dark. A Chaos deck might actually work pretty well in general with the Tennies, since at least a few of them are lights and darks. Not a few of the others aren't exactly light or dark though. But you could still like do it since some of the better ones are lights and darks. But I decided, I think I already did Chaos somewhere, so I decided not to do it again. Oh, that's right. I think it was no, I didn't do Chaos for X-Force. I did sort of do it with the Bestial though. That was sort of Chaos a little bit. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Unfortunately, preparation can't actually add the secrets, but I did learn that, like, I didn't even think about this. Soul Servant can actually still add back cards from the graveyard that I used up, like the secrets and the Dark Magical Circle. So there's that's why you really only need to run one of each. And it can also technically get back this too, if you really want to. Anyway, there's that. So here we go. I'll try to summon the Slifer 2 if I can get to it. But I just might not get to it. Okay. Oh yeah, and then Duel I'm gonna say 59 minutes. So not exactly the most even, but oh well. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if I'll at least show off the loner decks for the festival though. Okay, so I guess I'll start with the Ashuna then. This one can special... Yeah, summon a Tenyi from the deck. Nice. So now I can go for the monk. Okay, so now I can activate the Tenyi graveyard effect. And then I'll bring out that heart here. Shaman. Do I really want to go in Shaman though? Yeah, I might as well. Yeah, just so I can put in the graveyard. What is this one's graveyard effect? Oh. Not bad. Although I could just... No, I better not. I want to save the no summon for the rod. So I'll just discard the Nahada then. I can get back the monk. Which I think I might as well. Now I can go for the Adhar to add back the Ashuna. Or maybe I should have waited. Get back the Vashuda. But whatever. Magician's Rod. Do that now. Now I can add... Ooh, this is hard. Oh man, I don't know what I... Oh. I guess I'll just try to get lucky with this circle. Yeah, probably try to get lucky with the circle. Yeah. At least I can add the Destined Rivals. Yeah, I better do it like that. Okay, so now I can go for the Berserker. Actually, no, Berserker is a worm, so might as well do that. Okay. Might as well set that to set up. Because my opponent's probably not going to be destroying it. They don't really have... I mean, they do... Some opponents... Some AI does have some back row destruction, but... Should be fine. Destined Rivals. A mass negation. Not bad. Fortunately, you can only use it while I actually control one of them. So it's not always turned on, but sometimes. Ah, man, my opponent's trying to negate. Oh yeah, that's right, they're playing Yang. This is the one that's also playing Yang Sing alongside the Tenyi. Wow, that's quite a bit. Okay. Boxia. Ah, wow, that stinks. Shaman, okay. Cool. And then there's the Berserker. Another Tenyi right there. Okay. Soul Servant. Okay, that's not bad. Might as well just set it though. might as well go with the Vishuddha. Actually, putting it back in the deck is X deck is actually kind of nice. Or what? See, this is why you kind of have to have more than one monk. Dang it. Should have. I forgot. Oh well. Kind of have to end right there. There's another monk. Well, at least I can at least set up my Dark Magician plays now. Put at 0. It's not game yet. Wow, it's very close though. Man, 200 life points left. This is basically a perfect anime moment though, which is fitting since I'm playing this style of deck. I might as well do the illusion. Don't really need 2 Ashunas. So I'll go ahead and do the illusion. Bring to my hand, ooh. Magician's Soul is actually pretty good. Yeah, I think I'll bring the Magician's Souls to my hand then. So I'll go ahead and do this. Send a Dark Magician. Special summon Dark Magician. That will allow me to... Unless my opponent has targeting protection. Don't think so. Okay, so I can do this. I'll just... I kind of want to banish the back row though. What docks does my opponent have engraved? This one? That's not really that great. But that will give me access to access code. Will it? 2+ monster including spellcaster. Oh, there should be graveyard cards. Actually, I think I will destroy the back row. I think I kind of have to. Yeah. Oh, and now I can just activate the graveyard effect anyway. Ooh, that's actually really good. I can also draw. I'll go with the Vishuddha. I think this has a effect when it's destroyed. Does it? Yeah, no, it does. So I think I better just I better put that back to the hand. Slightly annoying. I guess I might as well do Soul Servant, see what I can draw. Shuna, not too bad. Okay. M-Duck also. Ooh, that's not bad because destroy the monster. I think it's before damage calculation. Yeah, it's before damage calculation. I should probably go for the dark though. Okay. My opponent doesn't really have the best targets just yet. Only really this one. I kind of have to though. Should be okay. Yeah. Now I can actually go for this, which will allow me to remove 3 to special summon a spellcaster. From your hand or graveyard? Okay, so that's good. Okay, I got this. Or I could do Draco Masters and destroy. I have 2. I would just be able to destroy both. But I think I'm just gonna do it like this. Yeah, because how many spells are there? 1. It needs to be 3. There's only 2. I mean, there's only 1. Oh, wow. So that would only gain 1. So I better do this one then instead, Draco Masters. Yeah, I gotta do that. Unless I mean, technically I could also go for the Berserker and go for the... How many different links? Fire, earth. Okay, I have quite a few. So now with the Berserker, that will give me... Ooh, and then I'll be able to do this one. Yeah, I can do that. I think I kinda should. Now I can do the Shuna. So, if a face-up, non-effect, I think I'm gonna go with the Adhar here. Now I can go for... Oh, wait. Where is this one? Why can't I go into access code? Whatever, this will still work. This will still work. Probably should just do it like this, just so I don't give my opponent link zones. Oh. Ah, man, this stinks. Yeah, I'm mad. I don't know why I wasn't able to go into access code. Dang it. Well, that stinks, and now... Yep, lost. I don't know why I wasn't able to go into access code. It probably had something to do with some kind of restriction. Well, I might as well not even play it out, because I don't have anything I can do at this point. Oh well, I didn't even summon the Slifer anyway, so this just gives me another chance to summon the Slifer. Should I label this one? Nah, I think it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, no, it's totally fine. I'm not gonna label it. This is a much better starting hand anyway. Yeah, this is much better. So now I can add the Magician's Souls. And I think I'm gonna put this guy back, Illusion of Chaos. Actually, that's not bad. I think I'm gonna bring this out. Monk. Now I can just... activate. I'll go ahead and add the salvation. I kind of need to add the dark magical circle and hope I get lucky. Okay, so adding the secrets. I don't think it matters. Technically I can draw one, but I don't. Oh no, that's not bad because I don't guarantee myself mare. Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I don't get Dark Magician, but I don't really need Dark Magician anyway. At least Dark Magician makes sure it's sent to the graveyard. And I'll just send this one off. That'll be good enough. Oh, yeah, it's shuffled. Still pretty good though. I think I'll go for the better go for the Berserker now. Yeah, I'll go for the Berserker then. Oh yeah, they're all link 1s rating. So now I can go for these. That doesn't really work. Wait. No, it doesn't. No, yeah, this is fine. All I really need to do is tribute a worm. And then that way I can get myself the mammal. And now this one can special summon itself. And now I'll still be able to go into the shaman. Yeah. That works. And then now I'll be able to special summon out the mare. Yeah. Special summon. Create 3 tokens. Quick effects, you can target one effect. So I guess I might as well go for this one. Okay, that's not too bad. And now to do this one more time to check my stuff. That'll be good. So now, because I control a face-up non-effect, my opponent can target my effect monsters for attacks. Might not be that good, but it might work out. I better wait. I think I can definitely get a better attack boosted token than that. Oh, and now I'll have 2, which isn't bad. So that helps protect me even more than just having 1 would. Oh, but now if I do it, it doesn't target it. Oh crap. Oh well, my opponent can still just only attack that. Wow, this stings. Do have a Dark Magician Grave, so it would gain 300 attack at least. I think I better, because maybe I can bait my opponent into banishing the Mare. Yeah. Yep, I bait my opponent to banishing the Mare. That's nice. It's a hard once per turn. Yeah, it's a hard once per turn. So now I can just do this. $3,000 attack token. Oh, I don't get the token? Oh yeah, I guess its attack needs to actually be decreased in order to get it. Ooh, I can still just return. I want to return the back row to the hand. I don't like the back row. I mean, I might as well go for... Do I have another shaman? I think I only have 1. Still pretty good, though. I think I'm gonna not go for the Mare, but go for the Vishuddha instead. I'm gonna go for the Vishuddha right there. And then go for the Heavenly. At the very least, I can add one of my level 4 guys. Ooh, the Shathana is probably not bad at this point. Yeah. What would I be able to go for, though? Oh, actually, this is pretty good. I can destroy the Draco and then get back with the Dark. Oh. No, no, it's okay. I'll just... Still destroy it. Still not bad. Dang. I don't think so. Yeah, I won't be able to go into it. Unless I have a... No. No, I wouldn't be able to. Yeah, no, I might as well just end here. At least the Saw isn't too bad. It's not the worst thing ever. Okay, Yang Zing. There's the monk. What's the graveyard effect? It should be fine. Shaman. I think I can still wait. Now I have to activate it. Oh man, that sucks. Oh boy. Oh wait, no, this was... Oh wait, my opponent's using it? Draco, oh. Oh, it doesn't target, that stinks. Well, whatever. This is still okay. And now I can go into dark. So that'll be good. I might as well do this though. Ooh, I can banish the back row too. That's nice. I think I should. Put the Dark Magician Go back, I guess. Now I can... I think I'm gonna just send the Dark Magician Go. It's even with the attack boost, just once, she still ends up having less than the Dark Magician would. So now I can just banish the back row. Nice. Now I can go for this one. Nice. Might as well go for dark here. There we go, finally. Now I can special the opposing Draco Berserker, that's nice. There we go. How many spells are there now? Exactly 3, exactly enough, nice. So now I can go for this Celine. Nice. Oh wait, 4? I don't... And my opponent, yeah, has 1 too, so... All I needed was 3 though. So now I can special summon back the Dark Magician Go. And here we go, Access Code. Nice. I might as well not even destroy it. Actually... Does my opponent have a way to disrupt me if I don't? That targets a face-up non-effect. It's not a face-up non-effect though. No, it doesn't look like it. I should be okay. Yeah, I want to show off the Draco Berserker. Here we go. Wait, oh, it can't be destroyed by... Dang. Well, at least I can still destroy it. Oh, you know what? I gotta make this sure this is still live. Come on. Please still be live. You guys still hear me? I'll just type this in testing. Okay, good. We're still good. Good. I need to do that. For anyone curious, I need to do that. Just make sure that the live stream was still on, because this can show on air on my PlayStation and it's not live on the YouTube. But luckily it still is. Luckily that's not the case here. Dang it. Now I'm kind of upset about this. Oh well, at least I can destroy this. Now I can just banish my opponent's thing. They only have 1, so I think I should be good. You can banish it. Yeah, I might as well then. I'm just gonna banish it. I'm not gonna mess. Wow, it's with their own Draco Berserker. That's pretty funny. It's even better when it's just your opponents that you're doing it with. I think I really do want to summon out the Dark Magician though here. Just to show it off. Actually... Yeah, no, I think I have to do this one. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and... send that, special summon the Dark Magician. This is good anyway, because now I get to show off the attack animation with the Dark Magician. Unfortunately, no animations with the... with the Slifer. But here's the Dark Magician attack animation. Pretty cool. I think I did show off that before, but it's always cool seeing it. It's always cool seeing it. I love it. That's a really cool animation right there. Here we go. Legacy Pack ticket. Now the last duel. And then this one is with the Blue Eyes, the Tenyi Blue Eyes. So, 132, I'm going to say. 132.00. Tenyi Blue Eyes. Deck overview. This is mostly utilized. This is a little bit utilizing that new structure deck too, which is why I want to wait. I forgot to change the mate, but you know what? Before I even look, I'm gonna just change the mate real quick. Let's change the mate right away. No, I bought it. Because it was included in that bundle. Now, where is it? I think that's it. Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. There we go. Here, I'll even change the wallpaper to... I'll change the wallpaper to... There we go. That's cool. Not bad. Oh yeah, that's also what they show on the title screen as well. So it's the same as what they show on the title screen. Okay, here we go. Solo mode. Luckily, it's not getting too much into eating time, so that's good. I'll show off the opponent's decks real quick once I get done. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that, though. Maybe I gotta cut down on how long I spend talking about the different decks here. So this is Blue Eyes. Pretty good to have 3, so you have more chance of being able to show it off to get out the alternative. This doesn't really need the trap as much, the one that like searches for Blue Eyes Spell or Trap, because Blue Eyes is already pretty consistent without needing that. It has like Whitestone as another way to put the Blue Eyes in hand. I think that's the only one you can search for. Sage as another way, as another way to add the Whitestone, and then, or if you already have. Or if you just simply have an effect, you can like, that's another way to special summon Blue Eyes from the deck. It can also like spec summon out your non-Blue Eyes White Dragon that are also pretty good. Like Jet can be disruption. Can also keep re-spec summoning itself. Dragon Spear can get rid of back row. And then Assault is a little bit of an Assault Synchro engine as well. So I have the Excel again. And of course with the Stardust because, hey, the will finish nice. Though, I'm not sure how many level 4s there are. There are a few level 4s, so maybe I can try going to Silent Monarch. Because I did already show off the Stardust. Honestly. And the Silent Monarch is newer. Yeah, and here's Obelisk because this is kind of Kaiba inspired as well, with a little bit of a twist. And I guess the whole thing about Blue Eyes working with Tenyi is because I don't know. Oh yeah, once again I have normal monsters. That's the reason here. And I also wanted Blue Eyes to complement the Dark Magician. Also, I don't know if there's any, and also there's also a few extra level 1 tuners, which I guess kind of helps support going in to like Azure. So there's also that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna put in the honor mark once again. I can probably just honestly get rid of the... I want to keep that Stardust, so instead I'll just take out one of the monks. Yeah, I know some people might be a little upset I'm not going with the Chaos Max build or the Fusion build, so I'm not really running Abyss Dragon, but I mean, it's not like you really have to. And it's already, space is already kind of tight without running all that extra stuff. Just like it kind of was tight with the Dark Magician. Of course, if I was running more pure, I could definitely do stuff like that. But with the Tenyi, it kind of makes the space a little tighter. So I'm going to say 138 is the... Yeah, I'm going to try moving a little bit fast on the decks. I think, because like this is kind of, but not like it really matters too much because I'm not really too worried about the eating. Just I have to do a little bit more, especially today. So Tenyi Blue Eyes, I'm gonna say, Duel. Tenyi Blue Eyes Duel. Here we go. So it's still alive, so that's good. Okay, so... Oh, I actually got the Melody. I'm only running one this card because I didn't really feel like buying multiple copies of the structure deck. And I actually got to draw it still. That's nice. So I might as well go for this. Also, I guess the Melody kind of works with the Tenyi since they can also work while in the graveyard. They at least still have a... But I'm going to do the Jet instead, since that also has an effect while in the graveyard as well. So now I can add the Blue Eyes. So you might as well always add 2. Probably should do the 1 Blue Eyes and 1 alternative. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Phantasm. That's right. That's what my opponent's playing. Okay, I'm gonna go with the alternative. Destroy... probably the token, I guess. Oh. It doesn't actually destroy it though, which is good. So I might as well do the Star Leech now. I think I only have send one. Really only have to send one. Could send itself though, but nah. I'm just gonna send one. Oh, equal to... Ooh, nice. Okay, so now I can add Dragon Spirit. I'll go ahead and send... I don't know. I guess I'll put Man in the graveyard again. Oh, well. Oh, since it was negated, it can still attack with it. That's cool. So at least I'll be able to destroy both here. Ooh, and now I can special summon this. That's nice. Now I can activate this. Return the back row to hand. 1800 attack. Now I can actually go into something. Ooh, Hope Harbinger to negate spells. That's not bad. Oh, it can also help with negating the Phantasm Spiral since it just says effect. Nice. Not too worried about Lightning Storm here. Oh boy. Then there's that. That stinks. Oh no. I still go to the graveyard though. I think Jet is if a Blue Eye specifically is destroyed. Oh, it's if anything is destroyed. Okay, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's right, because it triggered on my opponent's card as well. Oh man, Jet Dragon is so cool. Nice, and now I can add back the Blue Eyes, this one engraved, so I can special summon out my other alternative. Oh yeah, that's right. Adding a Phantasm Spiral card. Whatever. Okay, so I might as well destroy this one, I guess. Fine. It doesn't actually destroy it. Interesting. So now I can go for the... I don't know if I really want to go for the Hope Harbinger though. I can at least summon this now. Go for the Monk. Oh, this allows me to special summon a Tenyi from the deck. Okay, not too bad. Might as well do the shooter here. Nice. This one... Yeah, no, I don't think so. Ooh. Here we go, Shaman. I guess I might as well discard this one. And then special summon a Man, of course. Ah, man. Well, at least now I know what that was. Now I can go for Berserker here. Here we go, and now I can actually do this. Probably get rid of this one. Oh, yeah, just... Well, that was... Man, that was bad. Might as well bring that back to hand, though. Whatever. It's fine. How does this work? I think this should work here. Okay, good. That works. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, doing special summoning again. One nice thing about Tenyi, it's so easy to just keep summoning them, like, easily to set your board over again. Fortunately, since this card's a cost, I think, it doesn't really work with the Dark Worlds. Shaman. Man. I can still just summon this though, so that's fine. And now I might as well return this to the hand, I guess. Cool. Actually, it works pretty well with like all the ways my opponent wants to try to store my monsters. Nice. Blue, special summon Blue Eyes. Good. That seems good. And the regular Blue Eyes. Ooh, and now it will trigger the Vishuddha, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I might as well do this first. Triggering the Vishuddha. Going to another monk. Now I can Vishuddha Grave Effect to return probably the Pacifist to hand. Okay, now attacking this one, which will trigger the Jet Dragon. And what's cool is that the Jet Dragon activates before it's done attacking. Well, that doesn't really matter. Oh, wait. Oh, I guess not. Oh, I guess it takes away the attack, perhaps. Whatever, it's fine. Still can go for Hope Harbinger, though. It'll just negate the activation of the field spell. As long as my opponent doesn't just remove it first. Yep, there we go. Kinda wanted to detach so that I can get the Jet Dragon to the graveyard though. Oh well. Nahara. Go for Shaman. Attempt number 2 at summoning the Mare. Ah, man, I'm not gonna be able to bring out the Blue Eyes though. That's unfortunate. Whatever, it's fine. Might as well just activate these right away. Cool. Oh, maybe it had something to do with the Mare. I don't know. No, it doesn't. Oh wow, Mare doesn't stop anything when it activates effects? That's kind of crazy. If you control no other effect monsters. I could just use the... Could technically just use the Hope Harbinger. I don't know. Guess this one. Okay, here we go. There we go, that's game. Unfortunately, no seeing the Blue Eyes animation, but at least you saw the mate. Did show off the mate this time at least. Remember to do that. Okay, so now I'm gonna say, I'm probably just gonna do a lot on my own, but what I need to do on camera here is talk a little bit about the event. The loan index at least. So I'm gonna say 1 hour and 53 is when I look at the, what is it called? I think it exceeds. I could technically look at both. When are they held? 12th, okay. I'll look at the Cinco Link one later, but for now, because 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I got plenty of time to talk about the Cinco Link later. But I'll talk about the Legend Anthology now. Legend Anthology, Acceleration. I'll just say deck talk, because then I can maybe go over some other ideas you can go over. So, I'll just say deck talk. So, mostly looking at the loaners, but may talk a little bit about the other decks that can be used. So here we go. The first one is the supposedly easiest deck to play. It's a Harpy deck that specializes in elegant team attacks. Monsters like Harpy Chandler will be treated like Harpy Lady on the field, can special summon successes with Elegant Egotist. Take advantage of this to Cinco summon Cyber / Harpy Lady, which can return monsters on either side of the field to the hand when a spell, trap, or effect is activated. Combo this card with with cards like Harpy's Hunting Grounds that can be activated multiple times to hunt down the opponent's card. One thing that's really cool about this deck is this deck, like a Harpy deck, can actually search out this really annoying card right here, which can basically shut down your opponent's turn, which is pretty crazy. That's definitely one of the best Harpy cards, and it's even better in a Harpy deck. Anyway, the other cards, another gimmick that they have is that they all can change their name to Harpy Lady while they're on the field of the graveyard, which, or at least, yeah, I think all of them can, and then that is important because some of their support cards can like basically special summon out Harpy Ladies from the graveyard, so you'll basically be able to special summon out quite a bit. And some of them like need you to have a Hoppy Lady, specifically Hoppy Lady, but they change the name, so this is pretty easy to activate too. Hoppy's Feather Duster. Yeah, this can also be searched out within this deck, which is kind of cool also. There's one that can search out Hoppy Lady. Yeah, that specifically lists. Oh wait, that's so this one can't, but like I think there's another one that can. That mentions Hoppy Lady Sister, so that one can't. I think there are cards that can like. Maybe there's not. Maybe there's not. I thought there were. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's not. Maybe it's one of the links. Oh, maybe this deck can't search it out. Or maybe I'm just missing something. I don't know. I guess not. It needs to specifically list Hoppy Lady Sister, so it might be kind of hard for even this deck to get to it. Anyway, Foolish Burial. A few cards. Oh yeah, this is a way to get some Hoppy Ladies to the graveyard. And then this one can like shuffle back in, draw one. Kind of like a smaller Par of Avarice. You're shuffling back less, but you also... Oh wait, no, you're pretty easily drawing two. So actually the whole like shuffling back less is good because it's less likely that you'll just draw where you shuffle back if you don't necessarily want to be doing that. Hysteric, yeah, you basically are trying to get this into the graveyard as soon as possible so you can get the three searches. I mean, it's also good for searching out the Elegant, but I think the searching is like the one that people really like about that card. Alloy Mirror Split, this is a fairly recent one. Another way to special summon stuff. Hoppy Lady Elegance. This can also be searched. So I guess not all the Hoppy Speller Traps can be searched like I thought, but at least some of them can, like this one can. But they might be a little bit hard to activate because Hoppy Lady Sisters isn't necessarily the best card. Cyber Slash. Yeah, this one can return stuff to hand. Yeah, I guess there's not really much of a way. Mainly used for the first effect since not really any normal monsters being played here. I think this is, yeah, this is even better in a deck like this since you actually have other tri-beasts to sacrifice other than him. So if you don't want to get rid of Dire Wolf right away, of course, if you're in a pickle, you can definitely just sacrifice himself to get rid of something. Ice Beast, you actually have Wing Beast monsters, so you can actually go into this. Can negate stuff. Phantasmal. It can protect. It has some protection. Tornado can destroy back row. This is good because you don't really have a lot of level 7s, but Hoppy's Pet Dragon. If you have this one and also Hoppy Chandler out, then you can go into the rank 7. I'm not sure how often you'll be doing that, but at least it's there just in case. And it has a pretty nifty ability to special summon straight from the deck. I guess that's pretty much all it's good for, but that's still pretty good. Yeah, special summoning from the deck, and then the Conductor. Yeah, like more disruption, kind of more disruption pit. So yeah, basically the point of this deck is to try to go into the X deck as soon as you can. Probably most of the time the Cyber Slash Hoppy Lady, but the Hoppy Conductor can also be pretty good. Any of the exceeds could be pretty good, but I think most of the time you mainly focus on the Cyber Slash Hoppy Lady, and then maybe going into other X deck after you go into the Hoppy Lady during maybe later turns. And a few of these cards are pretty good for getting you additional searches or like getting you additional special summons. Yeah. Second one is Elemental Hero deck. This is a little bit hard to play, and I guess I could agree with that because I guess fusions are just in general maybe a little bit hard to play. Because you need to make sure that you have the right fusion material up at a given time. A hero deck that got stronger through bonds with friends. First, make preparations with cards like Elemental Hero Stratos, Fusion Summon Elemental Hero Sunrise, then add Miracle Fusion to your hand. We recommend using its effect to Fusion Summon Elemental Hero Flame Wingman, Infernal Rage. Elemental Hero Flame Wingman, Infernal Rage has powerful effects like adding a favorite card to your hand, or special summoning another Elemental Hero from your deck or X deck when it is fusion summoned using a null monster as material. Send out hero after hero and grasp victory with the power of friendship. Yeah, the funny thing about this is that they're all cards that are favorite hero. Wow. Of course, showing off Flame Wingman because that was the hero monster that Jaden, I think it was Jaden that Jaden liked to summon a lot. Yeah, I think it was Jaden. Anyway, yeah, Elemental Hero. Yeah, you're not necessarily summoning everything since you can just use them as fusion material from the hand. And if you need extra material, you can always grab whatever you need with Stratos. Make sure you're grabbing the right one so you can go into a proper fusion monster, I would say. And then also the nice thing is if you can somehow bring them out again, you can even get another search since it's not a once per turn. Or if you need to destroy spells or traps, I mean, if you don't need the ads, you can do that and get rid of back row. And you can even do that more than once too if you really need. Hopefully you don't need to do that more than once because you want at least, because you're mainly focused on the adding heroes. Vision of Vion, yeah, see, and then some of these can even help get you the polymerization. Or like change quick play. Are you playing that change quick play spell? The mass change? Yeah, you are. So that's another way to fusion summon. And this is a little bit easier way because this only requires you to send one to the graveyard. You just need to make sure that matches the attribute. So whichever one you're sending to the graveyard, you need to make sure it matches the attribute. So make sure that you put out the right attribute depending on which fusion you want to play. And then some of these can even like help recur stuff from the graveyard. There are a few Visioneers and Destiniers. Nice thing about Visioneers is that they can like special summon themselves out from the back row when things happen. So they're kind of like the artifacts in a way, sort of, being able to put themselves in the back row. And then a few of these are pretty nice because they can give your, because they can, this one kind of acts like as an honest but for heroes only, and I like that it's like 2500 attack because it's like a Neo's card. Yeah, this one is more meant to just stay into your hand unless you absolutely desperately need to use that as like material or something. And then this one can also add some stuff if you can happen and bring it out. I guess you're mainly like bringing it out when your opponent's attacking. Although like a few of these can still be brought out if you special summon them from the graveyard, of course. E is another way to add stuff similar to Stratos, but it's not as recurable as Stratos. Unless you can find a way of getting out of the graveyard, which I don't think is super easy. This one is nice because like you just, instead of like putting it in hand, you just special summon it, so you don't even have to give up a normal summon if you're like grabbing Stratos off of this. So you could grab Stratos with E, or you could just special summon it and not give up your normal summon, which is pretty nice. You could also grab other things, but like Usually Stratus is what you're grabbing if you don't have it yet. Instant Contact can be a way of just putting something out to make it a little bit easier to go into some of your fusions that require other fusion monsters. Yeah, like this one requires a fusion monster, so that makes it a little bit easier. Skyscraper for extra attack, though remember that has to be an elemental hero. There might be a few ones that don't actually say elemental hero, like the extra heroes don't actually count as elemental hero. Though this one still does. Oh yeah, this one also kind of requires a fusion, so it's also good with the instant contact. Generation Next. Yeah, another way to search, or special even. And then this, I think, is a way to recur. Oh wait, no, it special summons it from the extract, so can kind of be like kind of a slower instant contact since it's a trap. Yeah, and then like the fun thing about this is there's a lot of different varieties of cards you can utilize depending on the situation. So this deck should be able to accommodate maybe, I mean, then again, there's quite a few different routes you could go with this Cyber Slash deck too, but there might be a little bit more routes you can go with this deck. This one's nice because it adds a Miracle Fusion, which can use stuff from the graveyard too, which is nice, like, because like after you fusion with the polymerization, then you can fuse with the Miracle Fusion. So if you have the opportunity to go into Sunrise first, you might as well, because then you can just fusion the thing that you actually need by utilizing the ones that you just used up, putting them into the graveyard with the polymerization. And I think some of these can even have the chance of special summoning others. I'm not sure if you're playing those though. Oh yeah, this one can special summon. Oh, this one's at 1. This one can special summon something from the extract, looks like. And then Wake Up. I think this is one of the newer ones. Some of these are newer though. Oh yeah, this can also special summon stuff. And then the extra heroes are kind of like meant like to support you, like either heroes or maybe like special summoning stuff. This is also the reason why you play like a few Destiny heroes, because then you can play more of the extra heroes, which are pretty easy to go into just with an elemental hero deck anyway. The only thing, oh yeah, and then of course Reinforcement, because a lot of these are warriors. I think it mainly focuses on trying to bring out Stratos first thing for the searching. But I guess if you don't really need the searching, then you could just bring out Vion. Maybe, or either Vion or, yeah, Vion if you can like add the polymerization for fusion. Okay, anyway, there's that deck, and then here's the last one. It's a TG deck, and this is supposedly the one that's the most confusing. I think TG is a little confusing, perhaps. It does have the fun Excel play, though, and this, yeah, with the Stardust, which can be pretty fun. If you do play this with the Stardust, you have the added bonus of being able to sync summon during the opponent's turn. It's just that most people don't really need to do that quick effect synchro. And they also don't want to like use up an extra deck slot by like putting in both. And then the deck description here reads, a TG deck high in the power to open up the future. TG Rocket Salamander contribute 1 TG monster to special summon a TG monster with a different name from your deck. Swap in monsters to gather materials for the sync summon. Furthermore, if you deploy the likes of TG Mighty Striker or TG Over Dragonair, you can sync summon TG Halberd Cannon or TG Glaive Blaster. Fly fast and light into a voracious future. And the nice thing about these is like, if you need like different kinds of summons, it's nice like being able to have access to different kinds of summons. Like if you have something that says you need to exceed, because I know there's also that master test assessment thing, so maybe there's one that says you exceed and you don't normally have a very good exceed base deck, well you can just use this for that. If you need like fusioning and you don't really have a very good fusion deck, well now you can use this. And then if you don't really have a very good synchro deck, this is probably the best for that, because this one has the most synchros. Although it is pretty easy to synchro summon with the Harpy lady, since you don't even need to worry about the tuners with that deck, because Cyber Slash can just synchro summon using just any 2 Harpy ladies, because she just counts one of them as a tuner. And there's only one link. That can special summon quite a bit. Yeah, so this deck, another cool thing about this, I think, is that a few of them have graveyard effects too. Kind of reminds me of the X-Sabers that have like graveyard effects. When they're destroyed, you get to add another X-Saber, but these are like, some of these have, when they're destroyed, you get to add another TG to the hand. So this has quite a bit of searching as well. Yeah, but not all of them have that effect, it's as a few of them does. And a few of them even have a way of special summoning themselves from the hand to help utilize the whole sync summoning, since you basically need them on the field for the sync summoning, except for the ones that say you can use them from the hand. But a lot of them just need, a lot of the times need them on the field. This is also a way to special summon. This can special summon another thing to go straight into like a level 5. Oh yeah, another fun thing about the TG deck is this has, besides Excel, it has other ways of being able to do a quick effect synchro as well. And a few of these even have like a draw effect, and it has a Hyper Librarian for extra draw power. TG Warwolf. Yeah, see, and quite a few of them can also like special summon, like, so it's pretty easy to start up the synchro plays. I think if you can, it's probably best to go into the TG Hyper Librarian first, so that your later synchro summons will just get accompanied by a draw, which is pretty nice. This one turns TGs into machines. I'm not exactly sure what the point of that is, but it's probably not mostly just used for the extra normal summon. Oh yeah, that's a way to also incorporate synchro summons. Oh, that's nice. It adds 2 TGs to the hand. I think a few of these might have graveyard effects. Maybe just, or maybe they're just destroyed. I don't know. So I guess the discard, I'm not sure how well that's going to serve you, but still, like, you discard 1 to get 2, which is a pretty good trade-off. This one can special summon a level 1. Is there a specific level 1 you want to special summon? I don't know. I don't know. Rocket Salamander. Oh. Yeah, probably this one is the best one to summon off the 1-for-1, because this can potentially just tribute itself if you don't have another target, and then you just special summon a different TG from the deck. So 1-for-1 basically just becomes a summon whatever TG you want from the deck, as long as it's whatever TG you want, as long as it's a different name from Rocket Salamander. Oh wait, no. Yeah, that's probably what you're wanting to pull off most of the time. Some negation as well. Oh yeah, yeah. Formula gets you a draw. Also quick effect synchro summon. Oh yeah, and I think another thing about this is that this can also like give you ways of being able to like recur resources from the graveyard too. you're kind of like train. Yeah, so that was what the swapping is about, because this one can potentially, it has to be a different TG, but then it can like swap it out for like materials. Oh yeah, see another quick effect synchro. Quite a bit of that. Yeah, and quite a bit of draw power as well. This one can recur stuff. Oh yeah, another quick effect synchro. Yeah, see another draw. So yeah, a lot of like quick effect synchro power and draw power. And you should definitely have a good amount of being able to like quick effect synchro with all the special summon power there also is, as long as you do this right. And then this one can just give you 3 materials for a sync summon, even one from the deck to make sure you're going into the right sync summon. And the whole lock doesn't matter for this deck since you only have TGs anyway, but that might also mean that might be a little bit hard to combine with something else unless you don't really utilize the Trident launch, I guess. Oh, this is nice. It can like remove out of the way. Oh yeah, and then the boss monsters have pretty good either negation effects or banishing effects. Yeah. That one seems like kind of not as good of a, although it can just like banish itself to get itself out of trouble, but it might be better to just go into one of these other cards because these have like more. Oh wait, this is only if it targets, which I mean it kind of stinks. That has to be only when it targets. These are like the better negation effects. And this is just nice. Yes, yeah, banishing. Again, banishing instead of destroy. Like, there's a lot less, I would say a lot less decks that, like, appreciate being banished. And none of these lone decks, I don't think, appreciate being banished, so also works there. Yeah, especially, yeah, like, because Hero want to utilize the graveyard anyway too, and then so does this Harpy Lady deck. Yeah, so none of these decks really appreciate monsters that be banished. That's probably for the best. And then for the My deck, what can you use? You might be able to use Tenyis. Tenyi might be the best option. Yeah, you don't even really have, like, if you even if you can't use the Sword Soul, like, I'll see if the Sword Soul cards are banned. But if you can use Sword Soul, that's really good too. Looks like a lot of the Sword Soul cards are banned. Yeah, a ton of the Sword Soul cards are banned. But this one is probably still pretty good, and you can, and Swords, Tenyi makes for a pretty nice deck. That's unfortunate. Tenyi makes for a pretty nice deck because most of the cards, a lot of the good cards, you could have just gone for free from the campaign that's going on. Oh, never mind. A lot of the Tenyis are banned. I really thought they wouldn't be, because these are, I think, based more off of solo mode decks as usual. But that kind of stings. So I'm not sure what are the decks. I mean, I guess like Blue Eyes might make for a pretty good one if you're allowed to use Blue Eyes. Dark Magician might make for a pretty good one if you're allowed to use that. I'll check on the Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. I mean, because those are two that have really any ones that, like, like that can like utilize structure deck cards, a lot of structure deck cards. So if Blue Eyes and Dark Magician can, then those are probably pretty good decks for this event. If you're looking for more budget options, otherwise maybe just look into what the best one is. Yeah, it looks like a lot of the Blue Eyes stuff is unbanned, so that might be a pretty good one. And I'm guessing Dark Magician is probably, a lot of that stuff is probably unbanned too. And then, what else is there? I forget what else is. I don't know. What did I say the other one could be? I forget now, but oh yeah, and I was gonna check on Ninjas. Ninjas is a pretty good deck. I'm not sure if the Ninja cards are available, but that's another structure deck that. And then these three good ones are good. Yeah, Ninjas is also pretty good. Looks like a lot of the Ninja cards are not banned, so that's good. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, this is a good one too, because like those three decks I mentioned, you really only need to buy 3 of the structure deck and you'll have a pretty competent deck right there. So that's only 1,500 gems, and then you'll have a pretty competent deck without really need to add much else, except for maybe whatever hand traps are available. I'm not sure if all the hand traps are available, but whatever hand traps are available. Hopefully. Yeah, I guess Ash Blossom, but maybe there's other hand traps like Effect Vela might be usable. Whatever you can think about for hand traps, whatever you happen to have. Not that you really need to play hand traps, but it does help a lot. Yeah, Effect Vela is available, so maybe that, maybe. Oh yeah, and the nice thing about Effect Vela is you can at least get 1 from the bundle package, so even if you're relatively new, it shouldn't be too hard. Infinite is at least available at 1, which you can get 1 of from the bundle as well. Maybe even like Forbidden Droplets if it's available. But maybe check first before digging into that bundle if you're mostly looking for decks that will help you in this festival here. And then if you're not really looking for a budget, you're just looking for pretty much a best deck. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, Ninjas is still pretty good. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I would do for something like that. I mean, maybe if I don't know if the Snake Eyes is available or Cashier. I kind of doubt that. I don't know. I did give 3 decks though that are still. It looks like a lot of the Snake Eyes are banned. Yeah, so I don't know how good the Snake Eye deck would be. Looks like quite a few of them are banned, which makes sense. I don't know. Subterror isn't a bad deck if you're allowed to use Subterror. So maybe just think of like the better solo mode decks, pretty much. I think that's basically what a lot of this festival boils down to. Whatever you can think of that makes for pretty good decks and that were actually like shown off in the solo mode. Oh, looks like the Goo is banned. Looks like Goo is banned. That might be the only problem. Like, some of the better cards are banned, unfortunately. But yeah, ninjas seem to be pretty, like, a lot of their cards on ban. A lot of the Dark Magician, Blue Eyes cards on ban. Honestly, I think I would probably just go with ninjas, because ninjas are really good. Like, they can set up, like, disruption, like, even, like, quick effect disruption. They can flip opponent's monsters face down. They can negate. Yeah, but probably not this Sub-Tier Ninja, because a lot of their good cards are banned. But even just pure Ninja can still be really good. But yeah, maybe like some other people can like come up with other ideas of what you could build. I just don't really know. Like, I don't really pay a lot of, I don't really know what to think of, like, off the top of my head. It's kind of difficult too when, like, I don't think live twins would be allowed or sprites would be allowed. I just don't really test a whole bunch of different decks. So that might be why it's a little bit harder for me to give advice like that. Anyway, yeah, I'll go over the whole campaign thing. I had another idea of how you can easily get the campaign done without really needing to worry about like posting on social media. Like, all you really need is like enough other emails that you don't really care about. Either that or enough like consoles that also happens to get mass duel. So basically what you do is once you have one of those, you just use a bunch of like different accounts or a bunch of different consoles, and then you just have on your primary account, you just have those other accounts. You just enter the code on those other accounts and it still works. And then you just do that like 5 times, and you make sure that they're still not to bronze 4 yet, and then you can get them to bronze 4, and then get the rest of these as well. I'm just not I was also noticing that new accounts also has a check campaign code, so I'm not sure if it's possible to get more than one of this Sword Soul structure deck. So maybe like someone who tested that can let me know. But yeah, if you get more than one of those, like, really the only reason why you really need more than one of this structure deck is because you want multiple copies of, I'm not sure if you need multiple copies of Ching Ying, but you definitely probably want multiple copies of Shit Chow. Because you don't really need multiple copies of Assessment, even if you did. Yeah, none of the rest of these cards you really need multiple copies of. And the ones that you do, like, they already gave you 3 of it. So this is already a pretty good deck, even just one of. Except for the fact that the Synchros, maybe, like, they could have given a few extra copies of one or both. And then the ones that the new players get, that I noticed, is that, like, the new players, these are what these are what both of you get. The 1 copy of the Sword Soul structure deck, and then 1 copy of each of the Ching Ching, Abyss Dragon, Sword Soul, which is honestly good as well. Strife and Punishment, which are probably not as good. The latter 2 are probably not as good. And then this is what like only the person who actually like the person on the receiving end, this is what the bonus stuff that they get. Some Tenyi stuff. See, this stuff doesn't really matter too much because it's pretty easy to craft anyway. See, none of this stuff I don't think really makes too much of a difference, because really the only thing on this side is probably mostly the Vessel and the Shaman. Although I'm not sure how And then the shaman probably doesn't really matter too much. I don't think Sword Soul Tenyi players really play shaman. I can check that though. And the problem is you're only getting one copy of each, which like, oh wait, do you don't get Vessel? Oh yeah, you don't get Vessel. Yeah, you only get one copy of each, which is kind of a problem. I think you probably want multiple copies of the Vessel. Oh, I guess people don't really play. I guess people would play the shaman. But I guess the Vessel isn't as important. So really, the only thing missing here would be the shaman. Because you don't really need to play the Vessel. This can't even be searched. And usually what the Sword Soul stuff that you're searching is good enough. This can't be searched with that level 8 Sword Soul guy. But the shaman is still played. And looks like that's played quite a bit. So really, like, the biggest allure for this side is going to be the shaman. Because the rest of these are low rarity anyway. Yeah, the rest of these are low rarity anyway. So really it's just a shaman. So really, like, but the shaman, the nice thing about the shaman is that there's a Tenyi solo mode gate. So since you're gonna need other Tenyi. Actually, what other? Do you need anything else from? Yeah. You want other, I think so. There are a few other things I do want from the Dragon Spirits, pack, which is also where the shaman is. So you should probably pick it up, while you're picking up other cards that you want from the Dragon Spirit pack, like the Boxia, that you want. Probably 2 of. Most people do it that way. Yazi is another good one. Even the Draco Berserker, which you don't get from at all from this campaign. Chao Feng maybe. Not everyone runs that though. So yeah. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, stuff like that. You're probably gonna be picking it up from the pack anyway, from the secret pack anyway. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. So like, I mean, unless the new player really wants to cheat their way into a shaman of the Tenyi, just to have it early. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, you only really want Vessel if you're actually playing Tenyi without the Sword Soul. But I think the best way is probably still playing Sword Soul and Tenyi. And then in that case, you don't even need Vessel. But yeah. Tenyi decks still play Vessel though. Yeah, they play 3 Vessel. Yeah, that's right. So you would still need to pick up more of these. But yeah, luckily, I mean, at least if you were going for the shaman, you will only need 1. This, and then I guess missing out on gems. I mean, you can always get gems other ways. Like, gems are pretty easy to come by too. Yeah, it's probably the ones that both players get that are the most important anyway. So, that's pretty good. Anyway, just wanted to talk about that a little bit. yeah, I should probably get going, but I need to quickly go over the verse. And I should probably quickly go over the Goosebumps. Maybe I'll talk about the Goosebumps in the next video. Anyway, the verse, though, I gotta go over that. I'll try to be quick with the verse. Here, I need to see when I did. You know what, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing this. I think I'm just gonna, yeah, maybe I'll just call this good. So 2:36 is when I do the, I'll just say this as Bible verse discussion. Okay, so anyway, the verse reads, first of all, the official translation: love each other with genuine affection and take delight in honoring each other. Romans 12:10, New Living Translation. And then the non-official New Version translation is, be devoted to one another in love, honor one another above yourselves. So basically this is saying, in my opinion, that it's, if you really want to be like Jesus, you should try to think about others. I mean, you can also think about yourself sometimes, but you want to mostly be focused on thinking about others in one way or another. At least, yeah, at least some of the time. And yeah, I think I'm doing that pretty well sometimes. Maybe I could do a little bit better in other areas, but mostly, like, I think I'm doing okay. And I think, like, there's, like, ways to physically do it or mentally just prepare yourself to be doing stuff like that. Reading the Bible or doing physical activities. You can even do things that are, like, giving back without necessarily being wholly Christian related. Also, as long as it's, like, helping people. Sometimes I, like, help people in games that, like, are new and maybe want to know a ruling. I feel like that kind of also helps. Just doing little things like maybe correcting someone in the comments could be good, as long as you're not, like, really mean about it, because it kind of negates it if you're being mean. I mean, sure, there's helping people, and then there's, like, being, like, if you're mean, it, like, the person may not even, like, think about, like, how you try to help them. So it's almost better to just be nice so that they can, like, understand what you're trying to do too. Anyway, I also kind of try to maybe, like, I also helped my or at least try to help my professor a little bit ago, with, like, finding typos and stuff, but, like, that ended up not being for naught. But, like, it's not always gonna work out, but, like, I at least want to try sometimes. But yeah, so that, if anyone wants to give me examples of how they helped out or want more specific examples from me, like, you can feel free. Hey Rico, I'm just pretty much finishing up this video because I don't want to get too late. It's starting to get a little late now. Oh yeah, I don't know if I want to go through legacy packs. I did a lot too. Still looking for that mosquito. Okay, unless, was there something that you wanted to do, or you wanted to see me do real quick? Guess I can do it since you came in. I'll wait a little bit just to see. I'm just browsing, bro. Okay. So did I miss anything that anyone said? Oh yeah, early in the stream, Nublitz said hey, or yo rather, but he also helped me pick out a pack, pick out the last pack to open for the 2nd anniversary special. That includes the might duel myself, yeah. Yeah, it's getting pretty fun, especially now with the campaign. It makes it even easier for newer players to get in, because Sorcerer is actually a really good deck. Even just the Sorcerer structure deck that they give is a pretty nice starting point, and of course you want to add some more, but the bundle deals can help with that give out the Ash Blossom, Infinite Permanence. At least you get one of each now. Anyway, hopefully I see a lot of you. That was my first deck I run. Yeah, I guess it does kind of stink for the players who already happen to have the deck, and now they're basically making a really easy way to get it for practically free. I mean, they should almost give the players who already spent for the deck a little bit of their, like, a little bit of maybe gems back, or like, allow you to maybe like disenchant for extra CP. Maybe not like full CP, but at least extra. Mine was Yang Zing though. Yeah, they're not giving the Yang Zing stuff, but like, I mean, that's a pretty good version of it too. Especially if you play the level 5 that grabs the 9 pillars that can like act as an Omni Negate. That's another fun way of playing it. I just was thinking Tenyi, because at least for the players who like go all the way, you at least get the free Shaman as well, which, I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal. Like, that's really the only card that you're getting. But the rest of the Tenyi deck is fairly cheap, because a lot of them are like rares and normals, and you don't really need to play the Link 3 or Link 4 Tenyi guy if you're playing the Sorcerer. Tenyi is what I wanted, still OP in my opinion. Yeah, like, I like the Tenyi Sorcerer, or just Tenyi by itself. It's both pretty good. Unfortunately, if you're getting the Tenyi by itself, it might be still a little bit hard. Although there's that seller mode, which gives you pretty easy access to the secret pack where a lot of the Tenyi cards are found. But yeah, pretty good starting point nowadays. The 2nd anniversary, I think, did a lot more than the 1st anniversary did. I think it helped out a lot more. But of course, the structure decks can pretty much get you there. It's just nice that the Sorcerer deck can get you there maybe a little bit faster, because now you can just pretty much grab the Sorcerer deck right away after you enter the campaign code as a new player. I'm also kind of glad I tested it, so I know how the campaign works now. Yeah. Anyway, my next Master Duel stream will be on Friday. For those of you who want to see me going over, I think I'm pretty much gonna make it more festival related than solo mode related. Yeah, you too, Rico. Good luck in your duels today. Yeah, I'm gonna make the next, instead of being solo mode related, I'll make the next one going over the decks for the Synchro Link Festival, and I'll also play the Acceleration. I can play maybe a little bit of Metaphys. Wait, no, I can't play that in the Acceleration, but hopefully the Synchro Link Festival will be open by then, but it might not be. But if that's the case, I can at least play a little bit of the Acceleration. And I'll probably be playing ninjas. I think that's probably honestly the deck I'm gonna go with. But I'll also show off the loner decks as well in that video. The actual gameplay for them, and talk about the decks at least for the Synchro Link. I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to play that event. Anyway, I gotta go. I don't wanna I wanna get some food, so hopefully I'll also see some of you in the Twitch stream, or maybe like you can even enjoy it afterwards when I put it on YouTube, now that I know the easier way to put it on YouTube there. And I hope a lot of you appreciate that I made once again, it took me a little bit to figure out, but I eventually realized that there was a built-in way on my Apple computer that allowed me to easily just incorporate the two video files into one. So next time I have a problem with the streaming where it goes off and I have to like do another part, I can just more easily merge them, and then it shouldn't take me nearly as long. That's why I don't have it up yet, because I was like working on figuring out. Oh yeah, and I'm almost done with my latest computer coding project too, so I think it's going pretty well. I'm not sure if it's good enough for extra credit, but it should be a good project for getting full credit for. So far, like none of the things we did for that online class were too difficult, which is nice, because I think I could use maybe a slightly easier class after my other classes being maybe a bit harder, a bit more confusing in those departments. Maybe the professor was going over them in a slightly harder way. And it's also nice that like a lot of it is through a built-in website, so now I don't have to use like apps that I can't maybe necessarily download anyway. Well, technically I can now that I have a Windows, but even if I don't use a Windows for this class, I still like having a Windows, because I realize that like, yeah, that is the only way I can get full rewards points for Xbox. If those of you, not all of you, realize that yet. I was thinking that might be the case. And every time I think I get a new computer, a lot of them I think nowadays will include Game Pass, or like a few free months of Game Pass. So if I just return and get another one, it's basically like I'm getting 3 months of Game Pass. Which is basically an added bonus, not the reason I'm doing this. Anyway, oh yeah, and the whole reason I don't actually want to buy a Windows is a computer. I should be getting a Windows computer or some kind of computer already from like the whatever job I take, because most computer web design jobs basically give access to a free computer. I think they might give access to the computer for home use as well. I'll have to see, but I don't want to commit until I know for certain. Anyway, bye everyone. Thanks for coming, New Blitz 94 and Rico Uchiha for at least a little bit. And anyone who came who didn't necessarily talk at all, like, still thank you for coming, and I thank everyone who wants to watch at the after the fact. Okay, bye everyone.